This is your weekly report on corruption in the Philippine government. The National Bureau of Investigation has arrested in Pasay City one of its employees for allegedly using Director Melvin Matibag's name to extort money from businessmen in Mindanao. Matibag said in an interview that the arrested individual is a job order employee from the Bureau's main office in Pasay City. He said the suspect posed as an NBI agent and roamed around Mindanao to collect money from various individuals with improperly registered businesses in exchange for supposed protection from the Bureau. He circulated that the director ordered the collection of various amounts from people who have businesses there that are not properly registered. Matibag told reporters on Wednesday, "We are not ordering anything like that. So my appeal to the people, if someone is using the name of the NBI and my name as director to gain financial advantage, please inform us and we will catch them," he pointed out. Initial information reported to Matibag revealed that the suspect had already collected around 1.7 million pesos in Mindanao using the supposed modus operandi. According to the NBI, its Organized and Transnational Crimes Division conducted the entrapment operation against the suspect in a Pasay City restaurant on Wednesday, the 19th of August, after receiving a complaint from a businessman in Toy. The suspect demanded 300,000 pesos from the victim for the issuance of an import permit and an additional 30,000 pesos. The NBI said the suspect told the victim that should he refuse to provide the amount, his permit would not be issued and his business would instead be subjected to investigation. During the entrapment operation, a Colt pistol, a caliber .45 firearm, was also seized from the suspect. An NBI volunteer was also arrested along with the suspect for supposedly being involved in the scheme. The two individuals are currently under the custody of the Bureau and face charges for robbery, extortion and usurpation of authority. Aside from these charges, the arrested NBI employee also faces a charge for illegal possession of firearms. The vice mayor of Miranteo town in Lanao del Sur was arrested on Friday over separate cases of murder and frustrated murder, the Philippine National Police reported on Saturday. According to the PNP, Vice Mayor Eli Escondurante Alonto III, alias Bimi Alonto, was arrested during an operation conducted by intelligence personnel and local police at around 8:45 p.m. in Crystal Inn in Barangay San Miguel in Iligan City. The vice mayor is the subject of an arrest warrant for a case of murder with no bail recommended, and a separate case of frustrated murder with 200,000 pesos bail. Both were issued by Honorable Jamil Tabeo Mamutik, Presiding Judge of Regional Trial Court, Branch 44, in Itao, Misamis Oriental, the PNP said in a press release. The police noted that the arrest warrants were issued on the 15th of July, 2026. The PNP also shared that Alonto ranked first on the wanted list in Miranteo, third in Lanao del Sur, and fourth on the regional list of wanted persons in Police Regional Office 10. In the 2025 midterm elections, Alonto defeated his opponent Sadaman Naga by a margin of 542 votes. PNP Chief General Jose Melencio Nartates commended the operation amid a holiday break for exemplifying what the PNP truly means in this case. Former Balangaga, Eastern Samar Mayor Randy Graza was arrested on Friday night, the 21st of August, over alleged violations of the Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices Act. Graza, 52, was arrested at 10:40 p.m. in Barangay Ginmaahan by personnel of the Balangaga Municipal Police Station, Provincial Intelligence Unit and the 2nd Eastern Samar Provincial Mobile Force Company. Police said the arrest was based on a warrant issued on the 19th of August by Presiding Judge Nelson Lico of the Regional Trial Court, 7th Judicial Region, Branch 27 in Lapu-Lapu City, Cebu. The warrant cited alleged violations of Sections 3E and 3H of RA 3019, with recommended bail set at 90,000 pesos for each offense. Section 3E of the law covers acts by public officers that cause undue injury to any party or give unwarranted benefits, advantage or preference through manifest partiality, evident bad faith or gross inexcusable negligence. Section 3H, meanwhile, prohibits public officers from having a financial or pecuniary interest in certain transactions in connection with which they intervene in their official capacity. Graza served as mayor of Balangaga from 2019 to 2022. The historic municipality is known for the 1901 Balangaga encounter during the Philippine-American War. Police did not provide details on the specific circumstances of the graft case or the government transaction that allegedly led to the filing of charges against Graza. Graza had earlier figured in a controversy involving the procurement of a property intended for the town's evacuation center, which was funded through assistance from the Department of the Interior and local government. It was not immediately clear whether the earlier controversy was related to the charges covered by the latest warrant. After his arrest, Graza was informed of his constitutional rights under the Miranda Doctrine and the anti-torture law in a dialect he understood, police said. He was brought to the Albino M. Duran Memorial Hospital for a medical examination before being taken to the Balangaga Municipal Police Station for documentation. Police said Graza would be turned over to the court of origin for proper disposition of the case. A 44-year-old police officer assigned to the Navakan Municipal Police Station was arrested over the weekend after allegedly threatening and assaulting responding police officers at Ambarangan Waterfalls in Barangay Mission in the Ilocos Sur town of Nagbukal. Police received a report regarding 3 successive gunshots in the area, but responding officers found no confirmed shooting when they arrived. In a radio interview, Police Major Alberto Ramos Jr. said the officer was allegedly drunk, throwing objects and stirring fear among visitors at the waterfalls. Ramos said the police officer resisted while they were helping him out of the water and allegedly threatened to kill them. The officer also allegedly kicked Police Corporal Margil Villegas, prompting the responding officers to arrest and handcuff him. The suspect is facing charges of grave threats, direct assault, and resistance and disobedience under the revised penal code. Authorities did not immediately release the identity of the police officer. Unidentified suspects shot dead on Monday a village chairperson in President Quirino, Sultan Kudarat, police said. The victim, Bernardo Costa Berua, chairperson of Barangay Banoag, was shot by one of 2 suspects at about 11:30 am. Major Aljan Baserio, President Quirino Municipal Police Station Chief, said the 53-year-old victim was sitting in front of a sari-sari store eating with his wife and another companion when the 2 unidentified suspects, wearing black jackets and bonnets, arrived on board a motorcycle without a license plate. Without provocation, one of the 2 suspects opened fire on Berua. They then fled toward Barangay Malingan, also in President Quirino. Berua sustained multiple gunshot wounds to different parts of his body. He was rushed by villagers to a hospital for medical treatment but was pronounced dead on arrival. Police have launched a hot pursuit operation to arrest the suspects while the forensic unit of the Sultan Kudarat Provincial Police Office conducted a crime scene investigation. Authorities are continuing their investigation to determine the identities of the suspects and the possible motive for the shooting. The Bureau of Fire Protection arrested one of its personnel for allegedly being involved in a 500,000 peso slot for sale recruitment scam that promised entry into the bureau, the BFP said Tuesday. The BFP, with the Philippine National Police Criminal Investigation and Detection Group, arrested the suspect during an entrapment operation after a series of meetings involving money exchanges between the victim and the suspect. The suspect was caught after an initial meeting with the victim, during which he showed a BFP ID and claimed to have offered slots in other regions for a price, later demanding a 500,000 pesos fee. The victim initially agreed to give the suspect 300,000 pesos as partial payment. This led to an entrapment operation in which CIDG and BFP operatives caught the suspect on site during the exchange of the remaining money. The incident stemmed from the victim reporting that the suspect had contacted them through a fake Facebook account. According to BFP officer in charge Fire Chief Superintendent Wilberto Rico Neil Quantiu, the Bureau condemns corruption in its ranks and remains dedicated to its strict and fair hiring processes. We will ensure anyone who exploits our aspiring applicants will face the law. We will hold our personnel accountable for their actions, he said. The BFP reminded applicants that entry to the Bureau is strictly based on merit and fitness, not on payment. The Bureau conducts its anti-extortion campaign covering recruitment, promotions and transfers through Oplan Santindig to ensure integrity within its ranks and the application process. The Philippine National Police Highway Patrol Group has administratively relieved 13 personnel, including its National Capital Region Chief, following an uncoordinated raid that led to a confrontation with Bureau of Customs agents at a warehouse in Bulacan. In a news release Sunday, PNP-HPG Director Brigadier General Romel Batangan ordered the relief effective the 20th of August to pave the way for an impartial investigation. Those relieved were HPG NCR Chief Colonel Joey Thomas Caos, Lieutenant Colonel Carlo Lanosa, Major Romer Exile, Senior Master Sergeants Dennis Anchita, Jake Balbert and Brian Castillo, Corporals Melvin Habiling, Edric Similo and Reneboy Sumbilan, and patrolmen Gabriel Capellan, Jeffrey Kirillo, Bill Anthony Estrada and Andrew Marzan. Appropriate action will be taken based on the findings, in accordance with due process. The PNPHPG recognizes the seriousness of the allegations and has taken immediate steps to ensure that the incident is properly investigated, the PNPHPG chief said in a statement. The confrontation occurred last week when armed civilian-clothed HPG operatives swooped down on the Bulacan warehouse and frisked uniformed customs personnel during a legitimate cigarette incineration operation. The standoff was eventually defused following the intervention of BOC officials. It was later discovered that the raid stemmed from operational confusion, as the HPG operatives were actually targeting a different location within the area. In a phone interview on Sunday, BOC Chief of Staff and spokesperson Chris Nolbindijo described the incident as unacceptable, saying it could have been avoided with proper coordination. A barangay official tagged as a high-value individual and a 16-year-old minor were arrested in a buy-bust operation in Iloilo City on Tuesday, the 25th of August, with police seizing around 90 grams of suspected shabu valued at 612,000 pesos. The Iloilo City Drug Enforcement Unit and the Iloilo City Police Station 4-station drug enforcement team conducted the joint operation in Barangay Tapok in Molo District following extensive intelligence validation